Ladies and gentlemen, can we all please take our places before the procession starts? Thank you. Philip and Chloe have requested that you capture the images from today's ceremony in your hearts rather than through a lens. A photographer is present to photograph all the special moments that will be available to you at a later date. Thank you. Firstly, I'd like to begin by welcoming everyone and thanking each and every one of you for being here today on one of the happiest of days. My name is Patricia Paolini, and as a Commonwealth Authorised Celebrant, I will be officiating today's marriage ceremony. Let me begin today by acknowledging the Turrbal people, traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today, and pay my respects to those elders, past and present. I extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. Let's start with a round of applause for our couple, Philip Ling and Chloe Hendricks. It's no accident that each of you are here today and each of you are invited to be here because you represent someone important to the individual and collective lives of Philip and Chloe. I truly can't think of a better venue than the lush gardens of the Brisbane Botanic Gardens for an occasion that I know is not only monumental for the marrying couple, but for all of us who are lucky enough to know and love them as individuals, but even more so as a perfect parent. The most remarkable moment in life is when you meet the person who makes you feel complete, the person who makes the world a beautiful and magical place, the person with whom you share a bond so special that it transcends normal relationships, becomes something so pure and so wonderful that you can't imagine spending another day of your life without them. For Philip and Chloe, that happened 2 years ago when, as teachers, they both attended a teachers' conference in Singapore. They say you never know when you're going to meet your person, and for these two, they had to travel abroad to find their love. And I believe it was you, Chloe, who made the first move, when she made a point of making sure she was sitting next to Philip at the conference dinner. Apparently, she had seen him earlier that day, and after sharing her crush at first sight with her friends, they made a plan to make sure she was sitting next to him at the dinner conference. The rest, as they say, is history. Since meeting them both, it's obvious to me how deeply they care and love each other, and I feel privileged to be here today amongst you all as a witness of their commitment to a lifetime of love for one another. And now for our first reading by Philip's sister Lee. Lee, would you join us please? And now for our first reading by Philip's sister Lee. Lee, would you join us please?
I Will Be Here by Stephen Curtis Chapman. If in the morning when you wake, if the sun does not appear, I will be here. If in the dark we lose sight of love, hold my hand and have no fear, I will be here. I will be here when you feel like being quiet. When you need to speak your mind, I will listen. Through the winning, the losing and trying, we'll be together, and I will be here. If in the morning when you wake, if the future is unclear, I will be here. As sure as seasons were made for change, our lifetimes were made for years, I will be here. I will be here and you can cry on my shoulder when the mirror tells us we're older. I will hold you to watch you grow in beauty and tell you all the things you are to me. We'll be together and I will be here. I will be true to the promises I've made to you and to the one who gave to you and to the one who gave you to me. I will be here.
Thank you, Lee, that was lovely. Singapore plays a special role in the hearts of our couple. As you know, Philip and his family hail from the Lion City, and Singapore is where this love story began. So it's only appropriate that the Singaporean culture is featured in this wedding whilst we are immersed in the Australian landscape. Both Philip and Chloe were very keen to include the Goa du Lee part of the Singaporean wedding tradition. The Goa du Lee is otherwise known as the betrothal ceremony. It's conducted as an exchange of gifts between the parents of the bride and groom, and it's done to symbolise prosperity and wealth. In generations past, the gifts would have been the exchange of livestock, like pigs and chickens, but thankfully in modern Singapore, the gifts comprise of items for the home and food. I'd like to invite both parents to now conduct the betrothal ceremony. Rituals like this one we've witnessed today not only mark time, but they create time. They can define beginnings like that of a marriage. Rituals help us stay connected and they make our hearts race. Did you feel that? I'd like to read a poem now called New Beginnings by Barbara Cooper. May this be a day of new beginnings. The sun, like a fragrant apple, the summer air, soft on your hands as the kiss of a child. May berries melt like honey on your tongue. May your heart rise in wonder at the clouds drifting across the sky. May the trails under your boots be covered in pine twigs. Let the leaves rain down like memories in the autumn of your heart. May the cold air kiss your cheeks, turn them red as summer roses. May the rivers always flow with their unexpected beauty. The first freshest of snow melt, the rush of early spring. May you always walk in gladness through whatever path or highway. May you always walk within the golden circle of love. And now we come to one of the most exciting parts of today's wedding. As an authorised celebrant, I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for love. Philip and Chloe, I would now like you to share your personal vows. May I remind you that saying your vows is one thing, but nothing is more challenging than living them every day. What you promise today must be renewed tomorrow and each day that stretches out before you. Will you now please turn to each other, hold hands, face each other to say your vows.
Philip, when I first saw you at the conference, I knew straight away that I had to get to know you. It was a magnetic pull that drew me to you while I watched you interact with others. I certainly thought you were handsome and your dress sense was very stylish, but what really caught my eye was your sense of calmness and the way people around you seemed to also smile whilst you were talking to them. In getting to know you that night, I soon realised what a great storyteller you are as I got to know you and found out more about you. I instantly felt a sense of warmth in my heart. I wanted so badly to get to know you, and I'm glad you felt the same way.
Okay.
Over the past 2 years, the warmth I felt that first night has grown into love. The love that we share now. One that has taken my breath away. I can't wait to be your wife, to wake up to you every day, and to share our lives and our adventures, to travel and hopefully to share children with you. I hope they look just like you. You know that I believe in destiny, and I know now that we were destined to be together. I love you.
Jane and Edward, Elizabeth and George, on behalf of your families, do you give your love and blessings to Philip and Chloe today?
We do.
We do.
Philip and Chloe, please repeat after me. Hello. I call upon the people here present to witness that I
call upon the people here present to witness that I,
Chloe Rose Hendricks,
Chloe Rose Hendricks,
take you, Philip Go Ing,
take you, Philip Go Ing,
to be my lawful husband.
to be my lawful husband.
I promise to love you,
I promise to love you,
to care for you,
to care for you,
and to respect you all of my life.
and to respect you all of my life.
Philip, I need you to repeat after me. I call upon the people here present
Call upon the people here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
Philip Go Ing,
Philip Go Ing,
take you, Chloe Rose Hendricks,
take you, Chloe Rose Hendricks,
to be my lawful wife.
to be my lawful wife.
I promise to love you,
I promise to love you,
to care for you,
to care for you,
and to respect you for all of my life.
and to respect you for all of my life.
Philip, you've chosen Chloe to be your wife. I'll do that again.
Okay.
Philip, you've chosen Chloe to be your wife. Will you love and respect her? Will you be honest with her always? Will you stand by her through whatever may come?
I do.
Chloe, you've chosen Philip to be your husband. Will you love and respect him? Will you be honest with him always? Will you stand by him through whatever may come?
I will.
Philip and Chloe, your wedding bands are a sign of a commitment to one another and represents the love, honour and faithfulness that you have for each other. May you always wear your rings with pride, and may your love be endless, just as the circle represented by these rings. Philip, place the ring on Chloe's finger and repeat after me. Chloe, with this ring I thee wed,
Chloe, with this ring I thee wed,
and with it I bestow upon you
and with it I bestow upon you
all the treasures of my mind, heart and hands.
all the treasures of my mind, heart and hand.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
as it encircles your finger.
as it encircles your finger.
May it remind you always
May it remind you always
that you are surrounded by my enduring love.
that you are surrounded by my enduring love.
Chloe, place the ring on Philip's finger and repeat after me. Philip, with this ring
Philip, with this ring
I thee wed,
I thee wed,
and with it I bestow upon you
and with it I bestow upon you
all the treasures of my mind, heart and hands.
all the treasures of my mind, heart and hands.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
as it encircles your finger.
as it encircles your finger.
May it remind you always
May it remind you always
that you are surrounded by my enduring love.
that you are surrounded by my enduring love.
May the roundness of your rings be tokens of an endless love. Pure metal speaks of the purity of love. Its value reminds you that you should defend and protect that with which you hold the most valuable in life. Wear it with love and honour. We have heard you promise to share your lives in marriage. We recognise and respect the bond you have made. It is not by standing here that will make your marriage real, but by honesty and sincerity of what you have said and done here today before your family and friends. May you retain the strength that you need to keep the promises you've made. May your home bring joy and comfort to your family and friends. Philip, You may kiss the bride.
Love you, stepbrother.
Please stay seated for a few minutes whilst our couple sign some documents.
Sign Philip Curtis. This is your official certificate. We're going to sign it here. Get you to do the same thing. So, there. So your okay. And I need the best man, please. Tim, so you sign this. Then I need the bridesmaid. Lena, you sign here. Yep. Thank you. Okay, so now I think we should go back and I'll present to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm very happy to present to you today a newly married couple, Philip and Chloe Ng. Round of applause.
Congratulations.